Hi, it's Kim from Sparkling Soul Yoga. Welcome to your yoga practice today. This is yoga for balance. So not only in our physical self, but also in our mental, emotional and spiritual self as well. Today we'll be focusing on balancing. So coming to the back of your mat and coming into child's pose. Knees can be together or wide, arms out in front of you or alongside your body. Take a breath in, sigh it out. Taking a moment to arrive on your mat, to connect to your breath, to connect to your body. And starting with an even breathing. So we'll inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. Take a breath in. Sigh it out. 5 rounds. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a breath in. Sigh it out. Bringing yourself all the way up onto all fours. So knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, rounding your spine, chin draws towards your chest. And again, inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Coming back into a neutral position, pressing those hands into the earth, bringing those knees back towards each other, and then extending your right leg out behind you. Practicing our balancing, so we're moving one of our points of contact away from the earth. We're checking in with our fingers, creating a safe and stable point of connection with the earth. Our fingers are spread wide. We're pushing the ground away. And then we can stay here, or you may like to take that left arm out in line with your left ear. Engaging our core, building strength up through our right arm, building strength in our right leg, and knowing that our left knee is on the earth to support us and to keep us stable. Placing that left hand back down on your mat, beautiful bird talking to us. Exhale, drawing that right knee in towards the chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, extend. Pausing here. Maybe taking that left arm out in line with your left ear once again. Take a breath in. And then placing hand and knee back down onto the earth, coming into tabletop pose. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze, cow pose. Exhale, rounding your spine into cat. And again, inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, rounding your spine. Coming back into a neutral position, drawing those knees together, tucking your toes, extending your left leg out behind you. When we look at our hands, when we notice where our body is in space, it's called proprioception. And when we can do that, when we know where our body is, when we are confident that our feet are helping us to stand and be stable, then we are more confident in our mental body as well, building up strength, confidence, resilience. Staying here, or maybe taking that right arm out in line with your right ear. Extending those fingers as far away from the heel of your left foot as possible. Engaging your core. Maybe the corners of your mouth. What a good idea it was to do this today. And then feeling into how your body's moving while it's in this shape. Maybe your left arm is a little bit wobbly. Maybe your body's wobbling. Placing that right hand back down on your mat. On an exhale, drawing the left knee in towards the chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, extend. One more time. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, extend. Taking that right arm maybe back out in line with your right ear. Placing your hand and knee back down onto your mat. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, rounding your spine. And again, inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, rounding your spine. Coming back into a neutral tabletop, taking those hands forward and then tucking your toes, lifting your hips up, downward facing dog. Knowing that if this doesn't work in your body, the tabletop is always an option. All forearms are down on your mat. Once again, connecting to the body, bringing your mind to where your mat is. Noticing the parts of your body that are touching the earth right now. Take a breath in. Sigh it out. And then walking those hands towards your feet. You're coming to the back of your mat. Hands might find the earth, legs are bent, head hangs heavy. Pressing into those feet. Hands might create stability. Take a breath in. Sigh it out. And then slowly rolling up to stand. Taking those shoulders up, back and down. Hands towards the earth, crown of the head towards the sky. Maybe swaying from side to side, closing your eyes or not. Maybe having a wall handy just in case you need it. Going backwards and forwards. Engaging those toes, engaging all four corners of your feet. And then on an inhale, taking your arms towards the sky, fingertips touch. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands might rest on your shins just lightly. The crown of the head draws away from your tailbone. There's a micro bend in your knees and in your elbows. Once again, engaging those legs, building up strength, engaging or activating our muscles, knowing that our thighs are an important part of the stability of our body, and then also building up strength in our back. Maybe you'd like to take your arms out in line with your shoulders. Maybe they come in line with your ears. Balancing isn't all about just standing on one leg, although we will do that in a minute. Bring those arms back in line with your shoulders, and then finding the earth with your hands, or then going towards the earth, and then slowly rolling up to stand. Doing that again. Inhale, arms towards the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Pausing here. And then taking those arms out in line with your shoulders. Maybe pretending you're like an aeroplane. Fingers are active, arms are engaged. And then taking those arms out in front of you in line with your ears. Bringing those arms back in line with your shoulders. And then folding forward. Slowly rolling up to stand, dragging those fingers up your legs. And then repositioning those feet. Crown of the head towards the sky. Checking in with the body, noticing if there are any areas that need extra love and attention. Always remembering to practice with kindness, honoring and respecting your body where it is at in this moment. Bringing those hands together at heart center. Standing on your right foot. Left toes stay connected to the earth. We can stay here, or you can take your knee out towards the side, and then choosing your own adventure of tree pose. Foot can stay connected to the earth and to your ankle. Maybe it comes to your calf or to your inner thigh. Maybe you have a wall next to you or a chair. Fun tip, you can also practice this cleaning your teeth. So in the morning you might be standing on your right leg, and in the evening you might stand on your left. Building up foundations of stability, balance, support, strength. What we do today impacts our tomorrow. And then taking that knee out in front of you, either keeping those toes connected to the earth, maybe we're channeling our inner ballerina, or maybe you'd like to lift your knee up in line with your hip. Ankle circles in both directions. And if this is a little bit easy for you, you're welcome to take your arms to the sky. Feeling that standing leg support you. Bringing hands to heart center. Maybe extending that leg out long in front. And then placing that leg on the ground. Shake it out. Good job. Oh, lucky for you, you've got two legs. We get to do it all again on the other side. So starting with establishing our foundations. Toes connected to the earth. Your right leg is next to your left, and then we open up that right hip towards the back of the mat. Staying here, or maybe taking your foot to your calf or to your inner thigh. Feeling those fingers pressing into each other, feeling the stabilizing ankle working. And then maybe taking that knee out in front of you and then choosing your own adventure. Toes might be connected to the earth underneath the hip. Maybe they're out in front of you, or maybe your knee is lifted in line with your hip. Maybe arms reach towards the sky. Maybe they don't. Maybe you'd like to extend that left leg out in front of you. Bending that left leg. Placing that foot on the ground. Shake it out. Good job. Inhale, taking those arms towards the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Take those arms out in line with your shoulders. Take those arms in line with your ears. In line with your shoulders. Lowering those hands down to the earth, forward fold. And then slowly rolling up to stand, taking those shoulders up, back and down. Bringing hands to heart center, coming back onto those left toes. Opening up that hip. Maybe taking your foot to a different place. Arms towards the sky. Taking that knee out in front of you, maybe lifting it up, maybe extending that leg long, and then this time bringing those hands to heart center, maybe taking that leg all the way back, coming into warrior three. Hands at heart center, or maybe those arms are out in front of you. Bringing those hands back, coming all the way back, interlacing those fingers around your shin. And placing that foot on the ground, shake it out. Knowing that yoga is a practice. So if it didn't come together today, maybe it'll come together tomorrow or whenever you practice it again. Hands at heart center. Coming to the other side, opening up that hip. Maybe arms towards the sky. Taking that knee out in front of you. Extending that leg. Staying here. Maybe hands come to heart center. Taking that right leg out all the way behind you. Knowing that this is also a version with the toes down on the earth. Taking those arms out in line with your shoulders. Bringing those hands back. Bringing that leg all the way back and drawing that knee in towards your chest. And then placing that foot on the ground. Shake it out. Good job. All right, coming onto the ground, coming in for our last balance challenge. Coming onto our toes. Or balls of your feet, and then bending those legs. Staying here, or maybe taking those knees out wide. Right hand finds the earth, left arm finds the sky. Left hand comes down to the earth, right arm finds the sky. Right hand comes down to the earth and then slowly helping your bottom find the ground. soles of your feet come together. Give yourself a toe hug. Draw your heart space forward. Bringing yourself all the way up and then coming into a cross-legged position. Taking a moment to feel the effects of the practice within your body today. Taking a moment in gratitude to yourself for showing up today, setting aside this time for your health and your well-being. Taking a moment in gratitude for our bodies and what they allowed us to do. For the practice of yoga and the opportunity to practice, and to the yogis that have come together, yogis who are with us now, and the yogis who will come through in the future. Bringing hands together at heart center, taking a collective inhale, taking a collective exhale, knowing you are not traveling on this journey alone. Until I see you again, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart, from my heart to yours. Thank you. Now just knowing that balance is a practice, and it's not just a physical practice, it's a mental practice, it's an emotional practice, and it's a spiritual practice. So remember always to be kind to yourself, and I will see you again soon. Thank you.